Hey guys, this is Miss B's Vaping Sweets, and today I wanted to come to you and talk to you about a company based here in Columbus, Ohio called Simply. They have some pretty good flavors so far that I've tried. I've had two, but today we're only going to do a review on one of them, and that would be Envious Elvis. This is pretty good so far. I have it already in my tank. I like to do reviews on full tanks, not just drops. And I like to go through all of the wattage to show you guys exactly what the taste should be coming out of your vape. Today, I'm going to go ahead and start at 20. I'm going to start at 20 because any lower than that is very similar to me like hitting a cigarette, and I feel like I'm not getting the flavor, more air than anything. So, before we go into the design and stuff, I want to show you the actual logo. It's very simple, very clean. You have the warning label right there. At the bottom it tells you the size, and I'm running it a 6 milligram nicotine, and this is a Max BG blend. And right here it says made with love in Columbus, Ohio. Now, with that said, the child safety is pretty decent. It is a little easy to get off of the bottle, which shouldn't be that easy. So I'm going to give the child safety a 6 out of 10, which really is not that high. Everything I rate is on a 1 to 10 scale, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. Pardon me. With that said, let's go ahead and vape. I think this is definitely going to be an all-day vape for me. I'm definitely getting banana. It's a very familiar flavor to me, and it's kind of blowing my mind, to be honest. Banana peanut butter sandwich. That is exactly what it tastes like. That is delicious. I am in love with this so far, and I'm only vaping at a 20, which is really decent for me. It is super smooth. I think that's what I love the most about it, is very smooth. It's super creamy. So let's go ahead and go up to a 25. I like to do everything in increments of 5 because obviously nobody wants to sit here and wait through all of the points. But now we are vaping at a 25. Still super creamy. Has a little bit of a bite at the end. I like to call it a bite. Most people call it a throat hit, but I call it a bite. Like you would take a shot of whiskey. I'm not saying that you do, but it's very similar to that. Taking a shot of whiskey, it's kind of smooth going in, and then once it gets that throat, it's like burns a little. Just a little, but not a whole lot. It's a very small bite. So like on a scale of 1 to 5 with bites, I give that like a 1 on 20 watts. But it's still super smooth and very, very banana-y, but it's not overpowering. It's like the actual fruit banana. It's kind of dull. It's not like artificial flavoring where it's like, oh, that's banana. But it's definitely like right there with regular fruit of the banana. And the peanut butter comes in right at the after, right when you're exhaling. It's delicious. That is super smooth. Let's go ahead and go up to a 30 and check that out. Now, mind you, when you're doing watch, it kind of just gives you a little bit warmer of a vape. That's the difference in the wattage. I'm not the greatest person to do advice on like equipment and whatnot, so that's definitely something you want to check out Rip Trippers, Tia, and Indoor Vapors for. Tia is not a huge equipment person, but she does do very well with her equipment, and it's explained a lot to me. So it might be helpful to most of you people. Check it out. That is still super smooth. The bite is still about a 1, but it's still super smooth. And make sure, everybody, you got your drink with you while you're tasting, because you want to keep that palate clear. Tea's so good for you. Still super smooth, and I love that. Like, it's just such a clear vape, and the bite is only about a 1. It's not very strong. It's just evident enough to be like, hey, you're vaping. That is. Alright, now we're up at a 35. Let's vape. Ooh. Still super smooth. The bite definitely went up on that one, though. That definitely jumped it from the 1 to a 3. And that was super intense. But it's still very clear, and I love that. Excuse me, it was that good. I feel like I just ate one. It is delicious. So let's go up to 40. That way we're not holding you up. Now we're at 40. Let's vape. Definitely still very clear. It actually feels like it's more enhanced, kind of like a warm peanut butter and banana nut bread, but no cinnamon. And I like that. I'm not a huge cinnamon vape person. I'm kind of picking up hints of citrus at this point, maybe very slightly, but it's not like crazy intense. Like there's maybe like a drop of the flavor, you know what I mean? Like, very clear, very clear. Still definitely tastes like a banana peanut butter sandwich, but it kind of like changed a little bit on me since it got warm. So let's go ahead and go up to 45 and see if that enhances the flavor some more and makes it change. Very clear still. The bite actually kind of went away, so I'm wondering if maybe that was because of me vaping the way that I did. Because I like very big vapes. That's just how it is. Still super smooth, and I'm seriously adoring this liquid already. Not that I'm like a favoritist, or favoritist, I don't even think that's a word, but I'm not prone to favoritism. Except for maybe one e-liquid, and that would be D Squared's serial number, hands down the best I've had, but we're going to have another review on that. So now that we're maxed out, let's get this done, and you guys can go on to another video and check out another e-liquid review. Still super smooth, and I think I might just be in love with this liquid. Watch out, old man. My husband might have a run for his game on an e-liquid. Super smooth. So let's go ahead and rate this e-liquid because I'm seriously in love with it, and the bite is really still just staying at a 3 at the max, but it's like every other hit it goes down to a 1. So it's very interesting. It's a very complex bite, but it's not overpowering to where you couldn't handle it. So I'm going to go ahead and just give this e-liquid a 9 out of 10. I want to say 10 out of 10, but it is not something that I would be like, hey, guess what? You have to go out and, just buy this. But it is definitely one that I would pick up if you have the money. Just grab it. It is perfect. And they only come in 30 milliliters or larger. They are a little bit more than your average e-liquids, but usually if they cost more, they taste way better. But make sure you try them before you actually spend the money on them. I don't know how much the retail would be at the stores that you go to, but I paid $22 for a 30 milliliter bottle, and it's that good that my husband already vaped half of the bottle away within 3 days. So it is definitely, or well, not 3 days, but since we steeped it, in 3 days he vaped about that much. So it's definitely delicious, and I filled my tank, and you can see here that I vaped a lot of it with you guys. So it's definitely a full flavor profile, and it's delicious all the way through. So with the child safety, we're going to give that a 6 out of 10. With the bottle design, we're going to give that an 8 out of 10 because they could have put a description there. Definitely something good to put down for people who have allergies that are allergic to fruits and nuts, because I have heard personally that people do have allergic reactions if it is naturally extracted. So that is something you definitely want to keep in mind if you have certain allergies. As I do, I am allergic to peaches. So that is something you definitely want to put in your description for your flavors of what it is. Make sure you put that on the bottle, people. But the flavor, definitely a 9 out of 10. And that's pretty high in my standards. I'm very picky because I have an extremely sensitive palate to food. So, with that said, that's a great e-liquid to try. And if you love peanut butter and banana sandwiches, that's definitely a vape for you. I love this flavor, so it's definitely going to go within my row in my box of favorites. So with that said, let's have a final vape, and you guys can have a great day. Bye, guys.